Hello lovelies, we are here for you today to talk about the best of 2018 comics.
The best comics of 2018.
That's a better title.
So here we are at Manifest Comics where we do our weekly live streams, and we figured why not, since everyone's asking us, why not do a best of list? So I think we could keep it pretty sweet and short. And what do you think? Should we just list them off?
Let's just plow right through it.
Plow right through it. So we have a couple categories. We're gonna list our best story arc, best new character, best cover, best single issue, best new series, best trade paperback, and overall what we felt was the best comic of 2018. Woo, woo. All right, so I guess let's start.
What are we starting with?
Let's start with the best story arc.
Best story arc. Okay, so technically my best story arc is from 2017.
I must admit that mine also is from 2017. However, I think it's fair because they ended in 2018.
I don't know if mine did.
What?
I didn't read it until 2018.
Shut up!
So that's fair enough. Alrighty, so it's 2018 to me.
Okay.
And that's what's important.
That's okay.
So my favorite story arc from 2018 is Batgirl Birds of Prey Manslaughter by the Bennett sisters. I just thought it was so well written, especially it was so thematic to the time and everything that was going on with the Me Too movement, and just it really gave another way of thinking about sexism and how women and men are treated in society.
Oh, okay.
So I would highly suggest picking up that trade, and that's mine.
So my best comic, like I mentioned, started in 2017. Specifically June 2017, because I remember we were in Los Angeles when it like finally came back, and I'm talking about Black Magic, and it ended in 2018. They have long periods between issues, but the story arc for Black Magic I thought was excellent because Greg Rucka is just an amazing storyteller.
Yeah, he
so
is.
By the end of that story arc, I was like, oh my goodness, like please keep writing this series. I hate that it's just like it's so, there's way too many periods of between issues and comics.
Yeah.
Like please, just
There
keep
are.
going.
I actually forgot about Black Magic.
Exactly.
And I bought the trade.
So that's why I did want to mention it as my favorite story arc of 2018 because I don't want you guys to forget about it. It is an excellent story. So please, Greg Rucka, if you're watching, just keep going and Image keep publishing.
Great. Oh, also I need to correct myself. The Benson sisters.
Benson.
I might have said Bennett.
You did say
because
Bennett.
I have another person on my brain for this list. But keep going.
I did want to correct you, but I was like, no, I'll let it slide.
Let me fly.
So we'll keep going with the best new character.
You
want
can
me to go first? All right, so my favorite character that came out of 2018 was Rick Remender's Glory from Death or Glory. I just felt that she was a magnificent, powerful female going through a really tough time, but somehow managing to just literally plow through it. And if you read the series, you'll know what I mean by that. Like, she's plowing through human beings. So,
All right.
plowing through humans
Go, girl.
that are just in her way. And there's just so much action involved, and I think that Girls That Kick Ass are just awesome. So, Glory from Death or Glory by Rick Remender is awesome. All right.
So my favorite new character of 2018 is the Bat-Peen.
The Bad Eggplant.
The Bat Eggplant. This character made so many waves. People either loved it or they hated it, and I think that's a true marker of a great character. I really do. I'd show it.
Go ahead, show it. Jenna has the original.
Well, we're already demonetized.
Yeah. The original Bat-Peen issue.
The original Bat. Oop.
Oh,
How could I miss it? You're not gonna be able to make it out.
no.
But
I'll scan it and put it in there.
Alright, let's move on.
Moving on. So I guess my next category was the best cover. Man, this was hard because there were a lot of I should have made a second category for best variant cover because there were so many amazing variant covers for DC alone this year. One of the most prominent that sticks out of my head is actually the holiday Catwoman variant, which actually
It's right there.
It's right here. Like, this was such a beautiful variant cover. But it wasn't my number one. So my best cover of 2018 was issue number 34 of Deadly Class by the magnificent Wes Craig.
Cool.
And it was just an excellently done contrast of the good versus evil, or evil versus evil, however you want to look at it. And that series is just gonna take off. So I'm so excited about it. I can keep going on, but go ahead.
Awesome. Okay, so my best variant cover, my favorite variant cover, is by Joshua Middleton. This is Batgirl cover. I think it's number 25. Yes, number 24. It's number 24. Obviously, it's beautiful, and I just think it really represents the transition of the teams really well.
It is
I don't know if
beautiful.
that's what it's meant to represent, but yeah, this is my favorite one.
I love it. It's gorgeous. Oh, seriously, the lines, the artistry, and everything is beautiful in that.
Yeah, and I really love the bat sign, and then it's a real bat. You notice that?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So then, the best single issue. This one's a hard one, but let's go for it.
All right.
What's your best single issue?
My best single issue is, again, a Batgirl issue. It is the anniversary issue.
You love Batgirl or something.
Or something. No. Specifically, the one story in it called Hopeless Romantic by Marguerite Bennett. That's where I had the Bennett in my brain for. I really loved that storyline. I would actually love for either a one-off or a little mini series of her, a Batgirl and Nightwing.
Oh, okay.
I would really enjoy that. But yeah, this was my favorite one.
Was there anything that specifically stood out from this issue that made it your favorite?
Well, it had just so many elements of light and dark, and there were some fun stories, and there were some really serious, gruesome stories.
Okay.
And then there was this nice little romantic story, which I really enjoyed.
Okay, and speaking of romance, my favorite single issue this year was, I hope I got the issue number right, but Paper Girls number 25. I absolutely don't want to spoil it for anybody, but the storyline, the character development in this story arc was so great, and this one single issue, something happens that was just so beautiful. I really can't talk more about it because it would ruin it, especially even for you. You know who the characters are, so if I said any more, then you'd be like, why'd you tell me that?
Yeah.
So that, if you guys have read Paper Girls, I'm sure you will know why that issue was my favorite single issue of this year. So this one's a good one. Best new series.
Best new series. So mine isn't completely new. I mean, it's a new series, not new characters. All right, so mine would be X-Men Red.
So I posted a story asking everyone, what was your favorite series of 2018? And X-Men Red was most of the geek population or geek audience that we have favorite comic. So that's pretty cool.
It was with the times, especially everything that's going on with fake news and, the division. It really represented what X-Men had always represented, and it's just this division between people.
Okay.
So I really loved it. The writing was great. The art is great. This is one of my favorite covers, actually. It's of X-23. She's so cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and there's another cover of her that's so good. All these covers were amazing.
The side profile one.
Yeah, and this one with Storm, and just
the Storm cover was gorgeous. That was a beautiful cover.
Gorgeous cover.
So my favorite new series had to be Middle West. I've kind of talked. Yeah, I've been posting that on stories and posting it on our Instagram for the last 2 issues that came out. And even though this literally came out, a month and a half ago, and I can say that it is one of the Scotty Young awesome story. Just the storyline is so great, and the artistry by George Corona is why this is definitely my favorite new series of 2018. So looking forward to seeing where it goes in 2019. But yeah, I think our last two were leading up to our best comic of 2018, but before that we have our best trade.
So this one was from 2017, but the trade came out in 2018.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have to go with Eugenic by James T. Tinian and Eric Donovan.
Yes, that is true. I didn't even think of that one. Now I might want to change mine.
It's a bit of a mini trade because it's only 3 issues long, but it's 3 perfect issues.
The issues though were pretty long like themselves.
I don't know if they were extra long or anything. I don't remember.
Okay.
I think they might have been. I think it might have been $5 instead of $4.
Yeah, it was a little bit more expensive as single issues, but I would highly recommend that as a trade because that is one hell of a story. That like if you love sci-fi.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you love sci-fi and there's so many twists and turns and nuances, it's definitely perfect.
And my favorite trade, which I have actually already reviewed, is Number One with a Bullet. And that comes from, I'm telling you guys, George Corona is going to like keep slaying. He was the artist for Midwest and he is the artist for Number One with a Bullet. He is excellent and the story itself is created by Jacob Saman. I hope I am saying that correctly. But yes, this is one of those trades that I've actually let my friends borrow because I think it's just an excellent story for, like you mentioned before, for our times. Very relevant, and it definitely makes you think about how society works and how maybe we could change as individuals. So highly recommended, Number One with a Bullet. I did review it, so go check that out as well. And then, ta-da! Our final category of 2018 and the best of is the best comic series.
Oh man, you're not gonna like my choice. I know you're not gonna like it, but you like this writer.
Okay, okay. Go ahead.
You don't have to agree. You don't have. So there wasn't very much new stuff that I read this year.
Okay.
Like out of the box new, and some of the things that I might have done are just too in their infancy.
Yes, I would agree with that.
So I'm gonna go with Oblivion Song by Robert Kirkman. Just because I really love the coloring and the art as well as the story. I'm really into science fiction. I'm really into alternate worlds.
Yes, she is.
So and you know, different universes and parallel universes and all that.
Yes, you are.
And just like and just like the science behind it all.
Okay.
So it's just something that really interested me, so it's a very personal choice.
Gotcha. And of course it's going to be a personal choice. All of the comics that we're talking about are personal to us and how they resonated to us in 2018. So they don't particularly have to be your favorites. So of course share your favorites with us and we'll check those out.
Yes.
But yeah. All right. So my favorite comic series of 2018 was
Dun, dun, dun.
The Magic Order by Mark Miller. Why do people say Millar? People say Millar. And Olivier Coipel. I hope I said that right. That name, I'm sure I would get it wrong.
Yeah. Coipel?
I think it's Coipel. Coipel? I don't think it's Coipel because that doesn't sound French, and he's very French. So this series is my favorite of this year because it is so dark. It starts off very dark, and y'all know I love my dark comics and dark series. It is about magic, and Black Magic was one of my favorite comics of this year. So that whole genre, it really sticks with me. I just love reading about it. But this one specifically, the storytelling was really great, and the art was excellent. And the very last thing I could say about it is the reason why it's my favorite is because of its adaptability for other formats. So Netflix, it's already a show it's going to be a show for Netflix. They even have like a trailer where they use the panels themselves as for the trailer. So I'm kind of curious as how they're going to develop it, but I think that that's a telltale sign of something being pretty good if it can be adapted to other stories, other formats, and art forms for us to enjoy. And yeah, so that's a lot for you guys to digest. Yes. So I apologize if we were a little long-winded, but No, I think we got it.
I think we got it.
I think we got it to the
We
point.
got it on lock.
So, and I just want to mention there is a twist in this that was pretty good. So. But yeah, that's it for 2018. We so look forward to all the comics that are coming out in 2019. And I think that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolution is to just keep being friggin' awesome.
I can get behind that.
Okay.
Let's start a fire.
Figuratively.
Bye.
Bye.